Hi my YouTube friends, today it's Tuesday and it's March the 11th and it's 2014, and I said I was going to come and make a short video. Hopefully this won't be so long, because every time I get on here I make videos and they're like really long. But in my other videos, I have two videos up where I talked about the vagus nerve, and I hope anybody that watched those videos and is a is a subscriber to this channel, I hope you did your research and I hope you looked up that information on that vagus nerve, because that is very, very important to anyone who is a targeted individual, because it's my belief that that's how they can target you so well with all these bodily symptoms. And even though they could possibly use directed energy weapons on you, I think for the majority of the things and the majority of the feelings and the things that they do to you, I think they do it through this vagus nerve, spelled V-A-G-U-S, vagus nerve. So if you haven't already and you haven't looked at those two videos that I put up on the vagus nerve, please do so, and also do some research on the vagus nerve, and you will see what I'm talking about, because I've seen plenty of videos up here on YouTube where people talk about all of the things that is done to them and what bodily sensations that they have, and that's what I wanted to address some of that in this video, because I've done bits and pieces in all of my other videos, where I've talked about the things that when you are a gang stalk, you're a targeted individual, all the things that they do to you. So I'm going to touch on some of that in this video. And what I firstly wanted to say was, with a lot of these people that do this gang stalking, they want people to believe that this is not real, that it's not happening, and that the people who are claiming to be targeted individuals are mentally disturbed and they have mental problems and they have all kind of things wrong with them, and they're imagining all of this stuff. Well, okay, if you put a whole bunch of people together, everybody couldn't imagine the same exact thing. You couldn't be imagining all the same things happening to you, like people following you around. So these are some of the things, if you are a targeted individual, and this is what they've done to me, because I would guess if they're going to target you, maybe they target different people in different ways, but it's all the same tactics. They use all the same tactics. Like some of their tactics for targeting an individual is to put people to follow you everywhere you go. Like if you're walking on the street, you go to the mall, you go shopping, you go to the bank, anywhere you go, they put like a set of people to be around you, and to talk and say things like, if you discuss something in your home with anyone, anything that you talked about, they would have those people to talk about that same exact thing, because that's a part of that psychological process where they want to break you and break you down psychologically. So they put all of these people around you, they put people to follow you. They will these are some of the things that they did to me. They put people to follow me. They used to put people to dress like me, and they probably still do. It's like I just don't pay it no mind no more, because once you get to a certain point, I guess it must be the same feeling of people who are like on these shows on TV, like when you see them, like the Kardashians and stuff like that, when you see them on these programs on TV, these reality shows, I guess, initially when a camera is on you and you're being followed everywhere and they're taping everything you say and everything you do, okay, you're kind of aware of it. But then after a while, that awareness goes away and you just go on with your life, and that's why you see so many crazy things on reality shows. And sometimes people will think, oh well, they scripted it to do that. Yeah, the shows could be scripted, but some of the things that they do, it's real, because then it's just becomes a part of your life. It's just absorbed into your life, so you no longer think that way. You're no longer thinking to yourself, oh well, somebody is taping me and somebody is watching me, and this is going to be shown on TV and whatever. You just are living your life. You're just doing what you do. But these are the things that they do. Like, they send people to watch you, and they set up people to dress like you. They, you know, wherever you go, they will come and they will put people in there to talk and say anything that you discussed in your home, or if you're in your car or whatever, if they have your car wired up. Because with me, they have completely wired my entire life. They have completely wired up my entire surroundings so that they can put their disgusting broadcast and their voices all around me at any time and in any room that I go into. And then they think that I'm so, you know, dumb and, you know, so ignorant that I don't realize the things that they have done. Because if you look into this apartment, and I had made like a small little video, maybe if I can find that video where I made and you know, just went around the apartment and just, you know, took some video of the things that look a little suspect to me. I'll put it onto here if I can find that video. But it's like, when you look in this apartment, it's like all kinds of stuff in here. It's like, it looks like everything was like, you know, things were removed, like they cut out pieces of the wall or whatever, or pieces of the ceiling, and you can see where it was like plastered back up, you know, where they put stuff to plaster it back up. So this is what they have done to me. Now, with other individuals that are targeted, you know, they may be suffering the same way, maybe less intense, more intense. I guess it all depends on whoever is doing the targeting and for what reason that they want to target you. But with me, they have gone the extra mile. They have done everything. They have, you know, outfitted everywhere I move to, my family's homes, any home they know that I go into. They have fitted those apartments and houses up with the same exact thing, the same listening devices and stuff, because they want to carry on this godlike image. You know, for me to say to myself, oh look, wherever I go, no matter where I go, I can still hear them. They're still broadcasting and stuff, because basically that's what they're doing. They're broadcasting, and they're trying to make it seem as though that, oh, I'm just so nuts, and you know, I'm hearing voices and different things like that. But this is all man-made. All of this stuff is man-made. It's all V2K. This is what they do. And this is what they have been doing to me. So that if people see this video and you don't know what it is that targeted individuals and what gang stalking involves, this is some of it. This is some of the things that they do to you. They will monitor your home and every conversation that you have. They will repeat everything you say. When they broadcast, they will repeat everything that you said, everything you spoke about, everything you talked about. When I get on my computer, they monitor everything on my computer, everything I do on the internet, that's monitored. And then they will come back and talk about everything I do on the internet and everything in my home. If I go out, they send people to follow me, because of course, you know, their cameras are not going to be everywhere. They can't put a camera in every single place, okay? Even though I only go a few places, they can't put a camera everywhere. They just can't do that. They don't have the money or whatever it is. They just can't do that, you know, because they don't know every single place that you're going to go, okay? But they try to do as many places as possible that they know I go. They put these cameras in there, or whoever it is I'm going to, if I'm going to a doctor or wherever, they alert them, and they will call them and will talk to them and will tell them, okay, well, this, you know, we're doing this, or whatever it is that they tell them, and you know, however they get them to comply and to agree and to do these things, they will tell them, okay, this person, we're watching this person for whatever reason, blah blah this, blah blah that, whatever lie that they tell them. This is what they do. So this is some of the things that, if you're a targeted individual, this is some of the things that they do. Then they will move people into apartments, so that if you move somewhere, if they know you're going to move there, what they will do is they will go there, and anybody who is where you're going to move, they will move out people and move all of their people in, all of their zombie type people, you know, the gang stalkers themselves. They'll move them in to adjacent apartments, above you, below you, next to you, wherever, so that way that they can control those people and make you feel as though, oh yeah, look at them, they've got so much control. They control everything. They control my doctor. When I go to the doctor, they control them. It's like people, when I'm on the bus, I'm on the trolley, the trains, they control all of these people, because they all seem to be in on this, and they seem to know who I am, and they know what I talked about last night. So this is the things that they do to you with this gang stalking. If you are a targeted individual, they want to carry on this God image, you know, like they are so in control of things, because that is the only entity that I personally know of that has control of everything. And they want to step into God's shoes, and they want to control everything. They want to appear to have everything under control, because that's all it is an appearance of control, because they really don't have anything under control. Just let a nice tornado or a snowstorm come, and you can see plainly that they are not in control. Because if you were in control, A number 1, you would know it was coming. A number 2, you would know where it is. And A number 3, you could just stop it. Okay, so if you had that much control, you wouldn't need all of those things. You wouldn't need a Doppler, because you would know it was coming and you could stop it. Because Jesus could do all of those things. He had control of everything. He had control of the elements. He could rebuke a sea and stop a sea from rising up and doing what a sea does. Okay, none of these people can do that. Okay, but they're still trying to play God, because that's what they broadcast to me as a targeted individual. They're always broadcasting in here that they are the new God, and that, you know, they have all this power and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, well, if you got all that power, then why you need to be in my ear? Why don't you just know stuff? Okay, why did you have to put something in my ear on the download? Why did you have to get an unscrupulous physician to inject something in my ear so that you could talk in my surroundings and talk into my ear and carry on this parade as though you were God? If you were God, you would need to do that, because God doesn't need to fit you up with V2K. Okay, he can talk to you in his own way. He doesn't need to put V2K to get a point across to you, or to talk garbage from night, you know, from sun up till sundown, because that's what they do when you are targeted. You know, if they have it in your surroundings, they have been talking in my ear constantly since 2010. Okay, so almost 4 years, constant talking. So you just imagine, okay, if you are me, you are a targeted individual, this is what they do to you. You are hearing their broadcast from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. When you get up again, if you get up in the middle of the night to go get something to drink or to go to the bathroom, you are hearing their filthy broadcast. This is what they do. And then they can say whatever they want. They can say anything. They can say anything to you, anything hurtful. They can say any lie. They can make up anything that they want to make up and say anything about you or anybody in your family. So this is what entails being a targeted individual. So in case you don't know, and you're watching this video and you don't know what it is about targeted individuals, maybe you've seen many videos, but then, you know, it's like bits and pieces. These are the things that they do to you. They fit you up in your ear, and like I said in other videos, that I believe they used a special otoscope, which is the thing that a doctor puts into your ear and listens, you know, not listens, but looks into your ear, you know, to make sure that your ear is clear, you don't have like wax or an infection or anything like that. I believe they used a specially equipped otoscope to inject that into my ear, to inject whatever they say, what they broadcast in here as a device. That's what they say it is. They say it's a device, okay? And this device also can send impulses throughout your body. They can send any kind of impulses throughout my body, and I think what they use is they probably are using some kind of sonar waves or something like that, because I've tried everything in my ear to block it and nothing seems to block it. I even told you in other videos, you know, to get the little sinkers, and let me see if I have them. I can show it to you. Let's see. I have it. Bear with me, folks. Yep, I've got it. This is what I told you in another video to get to put into your ear. This is what it looks like. It looks like a little bullet. This is what it looks like, and then it has like a little hollow little center. But this is what I told you to get from the store, because it's lead. It's made out of 100% lead, and I got mines at Walmart, and I think they were like $1.30 something, like $1.35, and you get a package with like about 8 or 10 of them in the pack, and they fit perfectly in your ear. But what you need to do is put like some tissue around them before you put it into your ear, because I don't know, maybe the lead could come out of it and absorb and get into your skin. So what I did was I have these right here also, and this is just a earplug for your ear. And what I did was I put a hole in it, but see, now it's kind of like the whole thing is kind of broken through like that. And then I had just stuck it in the center like this, like when it had a hole before it kind of popped through. And then I just, put it in my ear like that. And then not only does it sort of muffle the sounds of their filthy voices, but then also it can protect your ear from the lead, because these things are lead. But if you want to try these out, go to Walmart. They have them at Walmart. They're like $1 something for a package, and they fit perfectly. See, it's even shaped perfectly, like to go into your ear. And that's like to block anything, but I've tried everything to block what it is that they're using. So evidently whatever it is that they're using on me, it's probably some military stuff, some military grade stuff that they use for our enemies. That's probably what they're using on me, because according to them, I'm their enemy. That's in their sick minds. That's how they think. If they figure something about you, they can just go ahead and just make it up and just make it blossom and blossom and blossom and make it more and more and more. So that's what they do. If they feel as though you are an enemy, a so-called quote-unquote enemy, then this is what they do, because this is what they've done to me. They have fitted me up with the V2K, where they send these waves through my body that makes my heart will just speed up. Because when I told you about that vagus nerve, that 29%, it can make your heart beat 29% faster. And that's what they do. Like make my heart beat. And when they send these waves through my body, it goes, I can feel it like in my neck. There's like this horrible feeling in my neck, something that I've never had in my whole entire life. Like this feeling that comes from my ear, because I can feel it in my ear. It's like pain in my ear. And like when they're activating whatever it is that they put into my ear, they call it a quote-unquote device. That's what they broadcast in here, that it's a device. So I'll just call it a device. This device that they put in my ear, what it does is I can feel it like, in my ear. And then it's, it hums, it buzzes, it like makes my ears ring. And then I feel this horrible feeling in my neck, like, the worst feeling ever. And then from my neck, it just goes throughout the rest of my body. So I think when they're doing the sonar waves, it could be sonar, it could be electrical waves, whatever kind of waves that they're using with this quote-unquote device that goes through your body and affects all of your body, speeds up your heart and does all kind of things to you. It can send the same signals to your brain to, like, scramble up your brain and do things. I don't know what it is that they're doing, because like I said, what I think they're doing is, instead of bringing you in to a lab, they make your home into a lab. So that's why they have my whole entire house fitted up with covert cameras and stuff, so that they can watch, and then they can see what it is, as they press these buttons and stuff and hit these buttons on their computer. They can see what it is that's happening to me. They can see if I say ow, like if I have a pain or something like that. Because you figure with that vagus nerve, it can send impulses to your brain, and those impulses could make your hand hurt. You could have a pain in your hand, a pain in your back, a pain in your leg, a pain in any part of your body where that vagus nerve hit, because it goes through your entire body. It starts up here in your brain and your skull, and then it goes throughout your whole body. It goes to your ear. So that's the reason why they put it in your ear. So that's why I was telling people, if you see this video, be very interactive with your health care. If you're going to go to a doctor, buy yourself an otoscope. That way they can't put it in your ear, because in your ear, that leads to your brain. Anything that goes in your ear goes directly to your brain. And once they can get something to go directly to your brain, then they can do all sorts of stuff, because you figure your brain is what controls your entire body. Okay, your brain controls everything. It controls your breathing, your heartbeat. It controls everything. Everything you do is controlled by your brain. So what I said is, get yourself an otoscope. And when you're going to buy them, they have them on Amazon, they have them on eBay, and they're not that expensive. You can get a really good professional one for like 50 bucks, or maybe a little less than 50 bucks. And what is that for your life? For someone to destroy your life and use something to inject something into your ear, that's all you have to do. When you go to the doctor, if they're going to use an otoscope, say, here, I bought my own. Okay, what are they going to say? No, I don't want to use yours, it's not good enough. So that's why I say get a professional one, like what the physicians use, because you know they all have to get their stuff from somewhere. So you get it there. They have it. You can either look up medical supplies under that, or you can go to Amazon or to eBay, and you can get the professional ones that physicians use in the office. And don't let these people do to you what they have done to me and other targeted individuals, which is to destroy your life. They want to disrupt your life and totally destroy you, because they have pulled out every stop for me. They have done everything in their power to destroy me. So imagine you as a TI, and you're just trying to live your life, and you have got a set of people that are sitting behind a computer watching you in your home, watching you eat, watching you sleep, watching you take a shower, watching you use the bathroom, watching you do everything, and then talking about it. Not talking, broadcasting, then broadcasting into your home. Oh yeah, well, this is what you're doing right now. I'm watching you right now. You're picking the soap up. You're soaping up your towel right now. You're washing your face. You're doing this, you're doing that. It's like, so they do everything in real time. Okay, because this is what they have done to me. They have pulled out the stops. They don't want just the plain old tapes for me, because I guess they figure the plain old tapes ain't working, because that's what they used to do when they did that MK Ultra stuff, and when they did all of them things that people, the CIA did all them heinous things that they did to people. They would force them, they would put the thing on their head and force them to listen to these tapes, you know, over and over again, to program them and to get them to do what they wanted to do. So I guess with me, they figure, okay, well, that ain't working with her, so we have to go around this and do something else. So we have to do her in real time. So that's what they do. They do me in real time. They have people watching me 24/7. So no matter what time of day it is, what time of night, if I'm in my home, somebody is sitting in front of a monitor and they are watching what I'm doing in my home as a targeted individual. This is what they are doing to me as a targeted individual. So when you see this video, you will understand better what targeted individuals go through. Okay, so your whole entire life is disrupted. People following you. When you leave your home, it's hell. When you come into your home, it's hell. When you try to go to sleep at night, it's hell, because then they you know, have the things, and they have things like buzzing in my ear, like sounds and stuff, you know, these loud sounds that, you know, where I can't even hear. I can't hear anything. Most of the time they're broadcast, I can't even hear the broadcast, because what they put into my ear that hums, that make like a humming sound, it's so loud that it drowns them out. So it's all good, okay, because I go to sleep, I fall asleep, and it's all good, because I've gotten used to it. So I don't have to hear they broadcast. So that's just fine with me. I love it. Do it that way, okay? Because if you have to do it, and this is what you have to do, then good. It works for me. But this is what I'm saying. This is what they do to you when you are a targeted individual. They will pull out the stops, and they really want to get to me for reasons that are best known between them and God. They and God know those reasons. But like I said in another video, there are some very, I don't know what the word to say, but some very strange things about my time of birth, my date of birth, and all those things, my name and initials and all that stuff, that point to things in the Bible. Okay, so that might be a part of it, because I had also said that my father was a Mason, and I believe he got out of it. And I've heard from people on TV and stuff, this man by the name of John Beneful, where he talks about them, and he says, you know, once you get into that, they don't want you to get out. You have to stay in, and not only stay in, but you have to give your family over to them. If you know, if you're a Mason, you have to give your family over and say, okay, well, this is my family, then you can have them and all this stuff. Well, they can't have me. No Mason can't have me. I'm sorry. I'm already taken by the Almighty. Okay, he beat you to the punch. Okay, so you can't have me. And I'm not trying to joke about it, because this is nothing really to laugh at. But like I said in other videos, I try to keep it light. I try to keep it airy, so that if you watch my video and you are a targeted individual, maybe you might get something out of this. And not only something out of it, it might make you laugh a little. You know, it might make you chuckle a little, you know, bring a little smile to your face, so that, you know, at least you have something to go on instead of just concentrating on all of the evil, wicked, and heinous things that are being done to you. You can, you know, watch somebody else and look at me and say, okay, well, she's having that done to her, and okay, well, you know, maybe I can try to get into the frame of mind that she's in, and maybe I can better conduct myself, and I can better deal and cope with this by maybe doing some of the things that she does, being me. So, excuse me, that's the reason why when you see me, and I'll make a little joke on here or something like that, you know, because I'm thinking of myself, and I'm thinking of anybody who watches my video. I want you to bring a smile to your face, you know, in addition to giving you some good information as much as I can. So that's some of the things I wanted to talk about in this video, all the heinous things that they do to you when you are a targeted individual. Like, they do all of these psychological things, you know, they use these psychological tactics to destroy you as a human being. They want to totally destroy you, and I mean destroy your entire life from top to bottom, depending on how much they want to destroy you. Because I've gotten comments and I've gotten emails from people on this channel, you know, where they talk about different things, and well, some will say, oh, well, I don't have V2K, I've never experienced that, but they do this, they do A, B, and C, or whatever. So like I'm saying, it's like, you know, however they want to target you will depend on the things that they will do to you, and they will pull out the stops, because they have taken every step with me, and nothing don't seem to be working. So they are just going from step to step to step to step to step to step to step. That's what they're doing, until they just put everything all together, and still nothing is really working. It's just not working the way they want it to work, you know, because they're used to seeing people just go off the deep end. Like, you see all these people, some of these people that you see out here doing these mass murders and killing people and stuff and different things. How do we know if they're not targeted individuals? How do we know that? Because we don't. How do we know? Because most people, if you try to tell them about this, they turn a deaf ear. They don't want to hear this, because it just sounds too utterly ridiculous for you to explain and say, okay, well, I believe something was put into my ear, and through this something that was put into my ear, I can hear broadcasts of people talking in my surroundings and inside of my ear. Like, you tell somebody that, and they're ready to call, you know, whatever, the psychiatric hospital to have you committed or something. You could not just come out and talk to people and tell them that, because they would just believe that you were stark raving mad. So it's like, some of those things you have to keep to yourself. You keep some of those things to yourself, and then you tell some things in a little at a time, because that's what I have done with some of my family members. Some of them I tell some things, and some of them I don't tell, because I don't feel as though they can deal with it. And if you don't feel as though that they can deal with it, then it's best to just not say anything, because most of the time your family is not going to believe you, and they're not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. They just won't, because it's like you cannot even fathom something so incredulous that other human beings could do this to a human being, that they could put something into your ear to talk, to simulate schizophrenia, because that's what they're trying to do. They want to simulate schizophrenia, because when you hear of people where they have where they hear voices and stuff like that, what do they label you as? A schizophrenic. So that's what they're trying to do, to simulate all of these things, to simulate craziness and insanity and all that kind of stuff, and to see if they can do it. That's the main thing. So that's why they watch so closely. And then if they really don't like you, and they really have something against you, then they're going to take it one step further, which is what they've done to me. They've taken it one step beyond what they would do to most people. But in spite of everything they are doing, hey, look, I'm on here talking to you on YouTube. I'm making a video talking about them here on YouTube. So you see, God is a good God, okay? He doesn't make any mistakes. He has given me the strength. He has given me the openness to be able to receive him, where I can cope with all of these things that these people are doing to me. You know, be they a governmental agency, be they a corporation, be they a single solitary human being with a lot of money and a lot of time on their hands. Okay, it could be that too. Okay, so that's all I'm saying, because according to what I have information I've gotten off of the net and read and stuff, they said just about anybody could do this. You could do this to anybody if you had the proper connections and you had the proper amount of money. You could do this to anyone. You could simulate voices and all kind of stuff. Look on the internet. They got all kinds of stuff that you could buy where you can simulate voices and all this V2K and all that kind of crazy stuff. But then they have taken it a step further, because the ones and the things that they're using on me is probably stuff that the military, you know, their technology, that's probably what that is. And I also read that on the internet, and I truly and wholeheartedly believe that some of it that they're doing, they're using military grade stuff on me, because they really don't like me. And good, because I don't like them neither. Now, I don't like y'all motherfuckers either. Now, now check me. That's what I tell them all the time. I tell them to come check me, because they always be broadcasting in here all kind of, I mean, just gibberish. It's like total nonsense, you know, just saying anything that comes to their mind. If they feel as though they want to insult you, they just insult you and just say it, and that's what they do. That's what this V2K does. So that's why I had asked in my other videos if there are any doctors that could take this thing out of my ear and remove it. Hey, come on, like, talk to me, okay? I want this out of my ear, okay? Because nobody should have to live their life like that. But according to the ones that do this, they say they control all doctors, and nobody is going to help, and nobody's going to do this, and they're not going to do that, because they are in control and of everything. That's what they say. So maybe they are, because so far I've put up my videos and I've talked about everything that they have done, and I haven't gotten one physician that has sent me not even a letter of condolence, not even an email to say, well, I'm sorry, whatever. I haven't gotten not even one up till today. Okay, and today is, what did I say today's date was? Today's date is March the 11th, and it's 2014. I have not gotten any kind of replies from any lawyers or any doctors, and that's what I put in my other videos, that if any of them could help me to contact me. And I don't know if you know, somebody could have sent something. I'm not saying that nobody didn't. I'm just saying I didn't get anything, because they have all of my stuff under surveillance. So even if somebody was going to try to contact me to help me, they would just stop that. They would stop that email from ever going into my inbox rather. I would never ever get that. So I'm not saying that none of them haven't responded and haven't done anything. I'm just saying I haven't heard a word from no doctor and from no lawyer, because I know if a lawyer was to take this case, it'd be a lot of money for them. It'd be a truckload of money, okay? It'd be a truckload of money, because whoever is doing this, be it a person, people, an agency, governmental agency, or whomever, if they were to go after these people and they could prove the things that they were doing, and they could prove it by just having this thing taken out of my ear, or even taking a picture of it, having an x-ray done of it that would prove that there is something in my ear, it'd be a truckload of money for them. I'm talking about you could retire and never have to work again, okay? It'd be a truckload of money coming. There you go. So if that might be the incentive for somebody to contact me. If you're a lawyer, contact me, okay? Because I would like to, you know, bring these people to justice, and I would like to have them imprisoned. And better than that, I would like them under the jail, because being in jail is too damn good for them, because they was going to be eating and writing books and doing all kind of stuff, because when they go to prison, that's what they do. They get to exercise, and they get to have fun and do this and do that, and they get to cut up each other and cuss and fuss and carry on and stuff. I don't want them doing that. I want them somewhere where they can't do anything, and where they get a piece of bread, a crust of old bread, and a glass of water. That's all they get all day, and they don't get no good food or nothing. Slop, that's what they give them, like what you feed a pig. That's what I want the ones that's doing this to me, that's what I want their prison to be like. So if any lawyers is out there, contact me. I probably won't get that email, because they cut that off so I don't get that email. So I can't get that because I have this little story. Let me tell you real quick because I'm already up to 34 minutes, and I didn't want to make this that long. But they have that treasury thing, where unclaimed money and stuff like that. Well, anyway, you can Google your own name and you can go on that website and see if you got money, because sometimes you may have moved out of an apartment and you never got your security deposit back or whatever, or maybe you've got a bank account or a couple of bank accounts where you left a few dollars in there, they put everything together and they give you a nice little check. Well, anyway, I looked up my name and I found some money under my name, and I did what they tell you to do, and I claimed, and they sent me a check and everything. All right, well, I put in my family's names, and I found out that my mother, who is deceased now, she had money. And then they will tell you either it's over 100 or under 100. They won't give you the exact dollar amount. They will tell you either over 100 or under 100. Well, hers was over 100. And as I can remember, that every bank account that my mother had, she always put it in trust for me and one of my sisters. Okay, it always had both of our names, was always on every bank account that she had. Okay, because I used to go with her when she did business, so I seen it and I know that that's how it was, my name and my sister's name. Well, anyway, when I went and did everything. I had to get the, paperwork notarized and, her death certificate and everything, copies. I did everything that I was supposed to do, and I called this woman and spoke to her, and she was like huffy. She was, talking all reckless on the phone. Not really reckless, but, like with an attitude. And I'm like, honey, that's not your money. That's my mother's money. And then she was like, well, it's not in your name, it's just in your sister's name, so you can't get this. Your sister has to apply for it. And my sister is one of them people, she don't believe in doing none of that stuff. She got money from another thing. I looked her name up and she got money on it too, and it's over $100. I told her that like 2-3 years ago, and she has never tried to claim it, because she's just one of them people where she just don't want to be bothered with that stuff. She just don't want to do stuff like that. So this lady, when I called her up at this treasury place, she got huffy with me on the phone. As though like somebody had called her and told her, well, if she called you and try to claim that money, just make sure she don't get it. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. These are the things that they do to you when you are a targeted individual. This is money that was my mother's, where I know both me and my sister's name was on her bank account, and they truncated and cut off my name, so I can't get it because they don't want me to get it, because I guess according to them, oh, I'm going to be a triple threat if I have money. Like, oh, we can't let her have anything. We can't let her have no money or anything. So we have to keep her destitute so, we can control her better that way. But can you imagine? But this is what they did. I did everything. I did all the paperwork and went and got it notarized and everything, and had to pay for that. Okay? And then it's just sitting there, until like if my sister decides that she wants to put her signature on there, which she probably won't, then okay, then the money stays there. So I can't get it, even though I know that my name and my sister's name both was on there. So they must have paid somebody off to cut my name off and just have my sister's name on there. But this is the things that they do. Okay, this is what these people can do and do when they want to get to you, and they definitely want to get to me. But I thought I would put that up there and tell you guys that story. This is how treacherous these people are, that money that is should come to me as an heir, because that's what it says an heir. If you're the child, because they put it, they say first, if you're the spouse of the person, you claim it first. Second is the kids. Third is the parents. And then fourth, I guess, like brothers and sisters of the person. That's the order that it would go into who could claim that. So I am an heir to that money, even if it's $101. Okay, that should be mine and my sister's, because I know that both of our names was on my mother's account, and someone took my name off of it because they didn't want me to get that money. But that's what I wanted to say. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up now, because I'm like almost 40 minutes, and that's too long. But anyway, in closing, I want to say thank you if you have subscribed to my channel. Thank you, my friends and my family, if you just subscribe to my channel, if you watch my videos. Thank you so much for bearing with me and watching my videos and being my constant companion, okay? Because like that man has said years ago, I have no friends. Man, I forget what that singer name was. He interviewed him. They was asking him about his friends. I have no friends. And his face was like twisted to the side. But you've been a good friend to me, to bear with me all this time. And like I always say, keep God first and foremost in your life. Keep him close to you, because we are in times, whether you want to believe that or not, we are like very close to the end. And you have to pull yourself close to God, because you have to be with him, not with the adversary, which is Satan, because he will try to come and get you with the best of his ability. And he has a lot of people working with him, because I know the ones who are organizing my gang stalking, I know they're all Satanists, every last one of them. And I'm going to make a video to tell you about Satanists and the things that they do and how they operate. I'm going to make a special video about them, because they are a big part of this end times thing, and all of them are going to be destroyed and going to forever be thrown into the lake of fire. So that's why I say keep God close to you, and pray often and ask God for help, regardless of how you find yourself, whether you're in the best of times or in the worst of times. Ask him for help and ask him to shoulder some of your problems, because he is very equipped to shoulder any problem that you have that's coming from any walk of life. Whether you're a targeted individual or not, if you're living in the world, I know you have some headaches and problems from time to time. So that's why I say keep God close to you, and love yourself, and love the people that are around you, and love people to the best of your ability. I know sometimes that can be hard, because we're human and people get on your nerves and you can't stand them and stuff, but don't harbor hate against people who do hateful things to you, because you know what, they will get their just due. When judgment day come, they will get their just due, and not one of them will escape punishment in the hand of God, because it's in the Bible. None of them will escape the hand of God. They may escape things down here, escape jail time, and escape being found out and stuff, but none of them will escape the hand of God. Okay, so come back. If you haven't subscribed, then subscribe to my channel, because I put videos on here like at least maybe once a month. I try to do it. Sometimes I may put more than one or less or whatever, but come on back, and my friend and my family, come on back and see my videos, and tell your friends and your family about it. And I love you all. See you in my next video. Big kiss for you. I love you. Bye.